Hi guys, and welcome to another video with Xander Freemaker, and welcome to another Shattered Space video. It's been a while since I made the last Shattered Space because I've spent about 9 months now playing this game, Starfield. And in this video, I want to talk about how good it is, how bad it is, the pros and cons, is it worth buying, and more. So, I'm going to break it down into several points. I'm going to keep this video nice and short. I don't want to bore you with, statistics, etc., etc. These are my thoughts at the end of the day. So if you don't like what I say, that's fine. If you like what I say, please comment. If you don't like, you can also comment. There's no problem there. So let's go back 9 months. At the launch of Starfield, it was a global phenomenon. Everyone was involved. Every country on the planet was getting dates when you can download the game. I pre-ordered the game, and I never pre-order games, but this was the first ever pre-ordered game I'd ever purchased. And I bought the extension for it, which is called Shattered Space. It cost me about £100 in total. And I thought to myself, you know what? I hope this game's going to turn out to be what I hope it's going to turn out to be, and that is a great space adventure. And that's really what my heart was always after. I wasn't worried about anything else. I just wanted to have a great space adventure. I'd even purchased the official Starfield joypad and also the headset, but the headset is crap. Don't buy that. I wouldn't advise anyone to buy it. But the official, joypad, if you can still get it, yeah, it's worth buying. So the question is Starfield a great game? And the answer is yes. But not 100% yes. It's, I'm going to give the game, I'm going to score the game throughout this video, but it is a pretty good game. I still enjoy playing it. I've been playing it now for 9 months. In total number of hours, I would say about 200-ish. I haven't looked at my Steam account yet, how many hours I've actually played, but yeah, I reckon it's about 200 hours. And there is a lot to do. First up, Starfield is a role-playing game. The story is set way in the future, 2150s, and, we leave Earth. It's been decimated by humans, of course, and you play the role, well, you could be a cook, you could be anything, so you create your character. After you've created your character, it throws you into, the story. The main core story of this game is about finding these artifacts that have been left behind by some alien race. No one knows who they are, where they came from, etc., etc., etc. But in this video, I'm not here to talk about the story. I'm here to talk about whether the game is fun to play. Because in the end, that's what all video games are about. Is it enjoyable to play, or is it not? So as I have said, I've been playing this game for about 9 months now. I've spent almost 200 hours. So what do I think? So let's start off with the first thing, because it's the easiest to pinpoint, and that's the visual side of this game. Starfield is a blend of detailed realism and imaginative science fiction, creating an immersive and visually stunning experience. From the vastness of space to the intricate designs of the planets and technology, everything visually is just crafted to enhance the player's journey through the cosmos. But that's pretty much sums up how the game looks and feels. One important thing I found about this game is that this is not a high-paced game. This is a game that requires patience. So if you were thinking this is like one of those Call of Duty games where you go in there and just blow the crap out of everything and then on to the next high-intense mission, this game is not for you. This game, you have to have patience. A perfect example of that is, when you're on a planet and you have to walk, say, a distance of 500 meters or 1,000 meters, you just can't get there in 3 seconds. You have to walk those 500 meters or those 1,000 meters, in some cases even up to 3,000 meters. It is a game of just taking your time and enjoying it. And the visuals in the game, like I said, are already beautiful. So you can actually climb to a really big, well, not a mountain, but close enough, and you can then see out into the vastness. And on some planets, it is a beautiful sight. Not on all planets, but on some planets, yes, it's beautiful to look at. And you can watch the sunrise or you can watch the sunset. It's all happening in real time. So like I said, Starfield is not a high-paced game. It's a game that you have to take your time. So when you're exploring, you'll come across a secret base and it will be filled with bad guys or aliens, and you have to deal with that. Now, one of the things I did find a little disappointing is that I found the same base, exactly the same design, maybe a little bit changes here and there in terms of what kind of characters are going to be there, what kind of pirates are going to be there. to be exactly the same. I felt maybe, Bethesda couldn't be bothered to, design a new base completely original, considering how vast this project is overall. But hey, you know what? Doesn't bother me that much. But you notice these things while playing the game because the game is so slow paced. You expect everything to be different. This only happened in a few cases, otherwise the game is still beautifully laid out. So one of the other things about this game which I liked quite a lot is the character interaction. It is actually very well done. It's slow, it's long. This is kind of almost like real life, really. And I think the game itself is very much like that. You take your time to get from one location to another. You interact with characters. For example, Sarah, who was my partner, throughout the game, we actually got married at some point, which was interesting, funny, but what the heck, it was part of the game and it's part of that character development. And you travel throughout the universe, and of course, eventually in my story, she actually gets killed. Saying that, you interact with a number of characters, you build relationships throughout the game, and it's actually interesting. But like I said, it just takes time. It's not something that's going to happen in a couple of hours of playing this game. It's going to take many, many hours. I think in my case, it was about 100 hours until I proposed to Sarah and we got married. So, hey, it takes time. Starfield is a big game. It's not going to end, when you've solved all the problems. There are DLCs on the way, Shattered Space being one of them, which I think is out this year. So that will be interesting to find out, and that's going to add God knows how many more hours to the game itself. Like I said before, this is a true adventure game. Graphically, it's beautiful. The music score in this game is pretty intense. If you buy the deluxe package, then yeah, you'll get the track as well. And if you listen to all the tracks, they're pretty good to listen to. It's not Star Wars quality, it's not John Williams at work, but the scores are pretty good. I enjoyed them. Even in this video that I'm making, you can hear the score in the background. So it is a very good score. I think it's important to say that this game can sometimes be a little boring because the game is slow paced. It's not a high intensity game. You can get bored with it, so you have to walk away and then come back to it maybe a day or two later. And I've done this. In fact, I've not played this game for, I think it was about 2 weeks before coming back to it and then getting back into the game again. This game is not for those who love those high intensity games, from one to the next, finish the game in about 5 hours and then go on to the next video game. No, this game is not like that at all. And if you like high intensity games, then this game is not for you. I mean, there are sections in the game, you will come across where, there will be, high intensity battles. That's fine. But it's not every moment. It's, all depends on where you are, what you're doing. But once it's done and dusted, then begins the investigation, the puzzle solving, among other things. So yeah, this is really quite, an intense part of the exploration. Like I said, it's very much to do with life in general. Not every day is a Sunday. You've got to go through everything. And that's what adventures are all about. So it's not totally boring. But you will enjoy it. I mean, give it a chance. Patience is the key to this game because you're going to be repeating the same task again and again and again. But of course, once you get through that, the adventures get a bit more intense, the battles get more intense. But like I said, everything takes a little time. But once you strap in, this game does deliver. There's no doubt about it. In my mind, I'm looking forward to Shattered Space download, which comes out this year. And of course, I hope more downloads, and you will enjoy yourself. I mean, this game does deliver. I've seen some reviews where they've kind of really trashed it, and I've seen some reviews where they've really given it super marks, and then I've seen some reviews which are just about right, fairly objectively given. And I thought to myself, you know what, I think it's fair that I'd give my share as well, because this game for me is slow paced but with intervals of intense battles, and of course then you have to solve all your problems while you're doing that. If you was to ask me, how would I score this game out of 100, then taking everything into account, this game would be between 87 and 93% for me. Nothing's ever 100%, there's always room, to improve. So yeah, that's the kind of score I would give this game. I don't think Bethesda can let this game just fade away into the darkness. They have to really work hard to maintain this game. I think there is a definite good future for Starfield. There's no doubt about that in my mind. Of course, it all depends on the studio if they decide to take it on and on and on and expand on the universe, making it a huge game for the future. So the question everyone will be asking now is this game worth buying? And the answer is yes, it is still worth buying because the game is so big. If you like adventure games and you want a really deep, intense adventure, then yes, this game is definitely for you. It is slow paced, it is boring at times. That boredom isn't terrible. It's, it's okay, you can deal with it. There is a lot you will be doing. Till this day, I have no regrets purchasing this game. It is, for me, still personally, the best space adventure game out there on the market. I can't really think of any other ones, but I think there are a few. But Star Citizen being one of them, which is really intense. I mean, that's like a really big game. I think you have to subscribe to it. But this is a single player game. It is not multiplayer like Star Citizen. But if you do purchase this game, you won't regret it. I just hope that Bethesda doesn't let this game down, continue the support, give us more downloads so that we can enjoy the universe that they have created for us. And that is what pretty much anyone would want to ask, is that just for Bethesda to not let down, the players and just continue to support it, give us lots and lots of content, we will just swallow it up. So in summary, if I was asked to sum this up in a few words, it would pretty much go like this. Starfield is a great game, full of adventure, great storyline, in-depth characters, beautifully created environments, lots and lots of spaceships, great battles, both space and on the ground, an awesome array of weapons to use. I also have to make a quick mention about the hundreds of alien types that you will confront, and of course the missions that you will partake in. Apart from the main objective, there are tons and tons of other missions that you need to complete, and of course, you can make a lot of money, and let's not forget about stealing ships. So that's also a great part in the game, which I enjoy a lot, and the list goes on and on. So that's how I would sum up Starfield. It is a great game. You will enjoy it. You won't regret it. So, give it a try. I think I'm going to end the video right here. I think I've covered pretty much everything. I did not want to, go into too much detail because I don't want to spoil it for anybody. If you decide to grab this game, Starfield, and give it a go, I think it's worth it. Have fun. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. But if you do like it, please leave a comment. I will be making another Shattered Space video very soon because, Shattered Space, the download is coming out and I want to talk about that as well. I'm going to end the video here and I want to thank everyone for watching this video. If you liked it, please like and subscribe and I look forward to seeing you next time. So, ciao for now.